Welcome back to Steve's Small Engine Saloon.
And we're back with the question of the week. All right, we're going to just jump right in. And I think we've got a good question. It's a riding lawnmower one. When I set my riding lawnmower to cut at 3 inches, the grass ends up only being 2 inches tall. What am I doing wrong?
You can raise and lower your deck on your riding lawnmower. And most of them have a lever on the side and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, some of them say 5.
Is it lever or lever?
Well, we're Canadian, so I should be saying lever, but yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Don't worry about that. Lever. It's a little handle thing that you pull to change it from 1, 2, 3, 4, some of them say 5 on them. Okay, a lot of people, actually most people, think that means inches.
You mean it's not?
It is not inches. They are simply settings. People, I've heard this so many times, they say, well, I put it up at down to 1, the 1 position. They think that means that when they're done cutting the grass, their grass is going to be 1 inch tall. That is absolutely incorrect. Some mowers are close. You know, maybe it'll be 3/4 of an inch tall. Maybe it'll be 1.5 inches tall when you have it on that number 1 setting. It does not mean inches. It is a simple setting for you to remember. I just love how I cut my grass. That's perfect. And you look down and you go, I had that on setting 2.5. And then you just remember 2.5 is where I like my grass cut on that lever.
Or put a little sticky next to the number so you remember for next time.
And you know what? That's funny that you just said that, because there are some mowers out there that actually have a little slider. John Deere one has a little slider where you can actually slide it up to remind you.
Oh.
It's a little movable yellow arrow.
That's fantastic, because I never remember these things.
Yeah. So that there it is, kind of in a nutshell. It's not inches. It is just a simple setting. That is why you're cutting on setting number 3, and your grass is only, what do you say, 2 inches tall or something?
Yeah.
Heard this a million times. Of course, you have to remember that you have to have your tire pressures at the right tire pressure, because that changes your deck level too, from even left and right and all that stuff. And you have to remember that your deck needs to be leveled properly, all that stuff. And then it's still not going to be, if you set it on level 2, it's still not going to be 2 inches tall. It's going to be give or take. There's a grace period in there. So
what I want to know, who's out there with the ruler measuring the grass?
That guy.
Apparently.
That guy right there did it.
Okay, I get that.
All right. So there you go. And that's
thanks.
it for me. What do you got, April?
Just subscribe if you haven't. We love new subscribers. And we've got more questions coming, so stay tuned for the question of the week. That'll be next week. And if you missed last week's, of course, that was the weed eater question. So you should always go back to the channel on the Saloon Mail playlist and check that out. And we're done until the next one. We're excited to be doing this.
April and Steve out.